Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Friday! And the Aloha Perspective is usually where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. But it's Oracle Friday, so we're kind of, we have a target, we have a theme. And my makeup today is trying to celebrate my new glasses. So I can still wear the other ones. The other ones really feel like they are the show. Sorry, I'm having some moments today. It's like, good Lord. So anyways, all right, you know what? Hold on. I got to restart my computer. Good Lord. I know. It's been one of those mornings. I accidentally put my phone down on my computer and now it's just struggling to catch up. So, all right, here we go. Oracle guidelines. Do not worry where the message is coming from. I only work from a good place. So if you're feeling this, and seeing this, there's a reason you are here. Number 2, do not make a card fit your question if it does not resonate with you. Forcing an outcome or an answer not meant for you can cause unnecessary stress and overthinking. That's no bueno, right? Number 3, I will give you the message I receive in the message from the book because someone took the time to write it and put it together. And our latest rule, number 4, dun dun dun. Angels, God, heaven, etc. might come up. Feel free to insert your higher power or universe. This will help the flow of the reading without having to stop to clarify. So in case you're wondering why, Shelly Marie, why are you reading all this? It's like, what is wrong with you? Because if I don't, I will ramble. I mean, I'll be honest with you, already my energy is ramped up today. And I think it's because I didn't sleep well. Or I slept, but I didn't sleep very long. So when I slept hard, but when I didn't do it for very long. And so I think now I'm just punchy and the adrenaline's kicking in. So, oh, man. And no, that's not coffee. I'm having green tea this morning. So, the Asian in me was screaming for some tea, green tea. So, all right. I always start with the angel answers. 9 times out of 10, I do not read the book on this one because it is just to wait for people to come on. But hopefully we get some different cards this time. See, everything's going crazy. Let's see. I didn't even ask for you-know-who to go off. And yet it says, I found this on the web, a book called 9 times out of 10. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who uses that as a fake statistic. But one card did fall out. Let's see. I always try to go for 5. So normally I'll do 3 shuffles unless I feel like there's more. But this one I do it until I come up with 5 cards. So I did ask for something different, right? I feel like they want to come out, but they're just not doing it. Come on. All right, that one tried to. Come on. There's another one. Whoa. Okay. We went from not coming out to, wow, too many. Too many. All right. So some of these, I saw 2 of the cards, and they're from last week, but wow, we didn't get 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The magic number 7. So, all right, you know what? I apologize, you guys. I am, like I said, my energy is going crazy right now. I mean, like, super duper crazy right now, and I have got to take my hair down. I know you're like, Shelly Marie, we did not come onto your show to watch you strip with your hair. And not stripping anything more than my hair. But, yeah. Anyways. Alright. Oof. Oof. Right? My curls were not cooperating this morning, so I was kind of like, alright, you guys know. So, again, I apologize. I feel like I'm going through like this spiritual battling stuff right now, so it's just my energy is everywhere, and it's just totally incapacitating me. But well, maybe not totally because I'm doing the show, but I really didn't want to skip the show because you never want to give in to the bad vibes, right? You just want to go with the flow and do the best you can. So I don't know, actually my hair doesn't look that bad. Look at that. I went from having a weird hair day to not comfortable with my hair day to wow, I feel like doing this, right? I told you I'm punchy. I'm punchy. And now my poor cat is sitting outside trying to get in. So, older sibling, I don't know if you're watching right now, but if you are and you have the energy, can you let her into my room? So anyways, the first card, get more information. Guys, this is the kind of day it's going to be. Get more information. So whatever it is that you're going through, or whatever it is you're trying to figure out, this card is simply telling you, before you pull the trigger on something, it's probably not a good word to use nowadays, before you pull the tab on something, get more information to make sure that this is exactly what you want, where you're going, you know, where it's, make sure it's the road you're heading down. I can already see right now, this is going to be an interesting oracle. In the oracles, I go no holds bar. So, you know, a lot of my beliefs will come out on this because, I'll be honest with you, I feel like something bad is poking at me, and I feel like maybe I wasn't sleeping because it's just trying to drain me. And I know for some people, they're like, oh, seriously. But if you're here watching an oracle reading, you gotta understand that you gotta become a little more spiritually open-minded to that. Thank you. Is she out there?
No.
Oh, she was just yelling at my door. Sorry.
Yep.
So anyways, get more information on that. Improving health. I don't know, do I really need to say anything more about improving health? If you are having some health issues, or you are having some health problems, then, or maybe you're like, you know, and you're afraid to attempt, you know, to see someone because you're afraid, just remember, the longer you wait, the worse it can get. The sooner you go, you'll either find out, hey, there's nothing wrong, I was worried for no reason, or, you know, if there's something that needs to be fixed, they can fix. So just, you know, do it. Oh, good morning, Eileen, and thank you. Take action. Take action to improve your own health, okay? Or get more information. Take action to get more information. So right now, the take action card, I think, is going to be our number one primary card. So, you know. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but no. No, I don't like this card. I mean, that's an emphatic no, right? I mean, I know the cards are backwards, guys. Just deal with it. So, you're like, you're so rude. No, I'm not. I get, when I turn it around, I don't know what it does to my brain, but it confuses me so hard. Because everything flips, and it's kind of like, wait, what? I mean, my left hand feels like my right hand feels like my left hand, so I figure... I don't know why I really kind of show these. A lot of times I just show them because the pictures are so pretty, and that's really what I want you to focus on, right? So your higher power, whoever it is, they're telling you right now, no. Okay, no. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't mean it's a no forever. Okay, what it means is you need to do more work on something. You need to get more information. Maybe you need to improve your health. Maybe there's something you want to do and it could affect your health if you don't improve your health. So, no. But not forever. Opportunity. So sometimes when we say no to one thing, an opportunity opens. So maybe you're like, oh, well, this is the easier route, so I don't want to go that, you know, so I want to go that way because, you know, I'm too scared to try the other way. No. Opportunity knocks when you take a chance. All right. Just trust that when you leap, the net will find you. All right. There's a good saying out there that I really love. Leap and the net will appear. Okay. Leap and the net will appear. So if you're going for easy, but easy becomes boring to you, then just no. All right. Go in the other direction. So meditation brings answers. If you're not sure whether you want to know, whether you need more information, whether you have to improve your health, well, you should. Everybody could always improve their health. I don't care how healthy you are. We can always improve our health. Take action. And you can do that by meditating to get your answers. Now, everyone will say, oh, I don't know how to meditate. There's a lot of people out there. You know, it's simple breathing exercises. You can YouTube it. YouTube has everything. All right? If you have a broken, I don't know, broken something. I told you guys, I am so tired. I'm so punchy right now that nothing is coming out. But you can find it. So, you know, YouTube can fix your broken mind too. Oh God, I'm going to say things I should not be saying. And I don't mean. when I say a broken mind, I don't mean dinged up mental health, because I have a dinged up mental health. What I mean is, like, if your thinking process is like mine right now, like I'm going to go on YouTube and go, how can I fix my tired sleepiness and get more energy? So don't mind me. I'm going to think I'm funny even if I'm not. So I gotta sneeze now too. It's everything. This is what I mean. I really feel like I'm being poked. So if you're watching this and you totally 100% believe the stuff I'm talking about, please send some good vibes. Okay, I could really use some good vibes right now. Good protective vibes, because it's got its dukes up, and so do I. I'm not going down without a fight. So whatever you're waiting for, if you take action, and you learn to say no to the easy stuff and take a chance because you know it's what you really want to do, things are going to start unfolding for you in the next few months. All right. So these were they were really kind of all over the place, weren't they? I usually do a recap, but I know it is all the things right now. Like I said, I thought about not doing the show because I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do the show because I'm really not in the best energetic place. I'm not in the best focused mental place. And I thought, let's just do it anyway. So it's like a Shelly on comedy, or Shelly thinking she's funny. So, all right. Monday is my favorite Duran Duran song. New Moon on Monday. New Moon on Monday. I know, just kind of dated myself, but if you watch the show enough, you already know how old I am. So if you go to my Facebook profile, you already know how old I am. So I don't put it on Twitter, but I put it on Facebook. Don't ask me why, because both are public. But I know. I mean, I don't really care. I think a while ago I probably did care on Twitter because but this is my family on Facebook, and I didn't think about it when I started going public doing the Aloha Perspective. So doesn't matter. Age is just a number. I definitely feel younger than my years, but except today. Today I feel like about I'm 1,000 years old. So, but in a good mood. So that's what's important, right? I'm in a good mood. But let's see. Now I'm just playing with my hair. I apologize. I want to find a card first before I do the reading, because it is a new moon in Cancer. Wow, that one came up fast. Yay me. All right, so I'm going to put this one aside. Let's shuffle. Let's shuffle and see what the Moonology deck has for us. I love this deck. You don't even have to believe in astrology or all this stuff to really kind of understand it. But to be honest, it's just, there's really good messages in these oracle cards. You don't have to believe in the practice of it. The messages are here. When I say I work from a good place, I typically work with Archangel Gabriel. So, and I know some people don't believe in angels and all that, so I work with my spirit guide. Or, if you don't believe in those either, then I work from the best place, from my heart and the bottom of my soul. So there's a lot of cards in this one. That one feels like it's it. Whoa, that's interesting. And that one. Oh, that's even more interesting. All right. So we got 3. So the first one is New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. This makes me feel good. The Moonology deck and the Dragon deck, which I'm going to use in a bit, I am not 100% in tuned with yet. I mean, I'm in tuned with the cards, but with the books and stuff. So it does take me a little time to find some of these things. But you and your loved ones are safe. I'm just going to go ahead and read this one. But if you're worried, I'm worried because I feel like I'm being poked, like that somebody's poking the shit out of me right now. You're safe. You're protected. You are going to be okay. All right. But here's the thing. You have to have faith. You have to have trust, and you have to believe. You do not have to be religious to have faith. Faith is believing that everything is going to be okay. Faith is believing that everything is going to turn out for the greater and highest good. Believing these things means you're having faith that everything is going to turn out for the greatest and highest good. All right. So that being said, let's get to the message. There's a new start coming in your private life. Whoa, I'm kind of liking that one. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. So, you know, as many times as I've read this card, I never realized it was British. Okay, a flatmate. I know, it's like, hi, your tell just happened. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know me, I'm like a total Britophile. I love England, but it's just funny because I mean, I promise you, I never realized that the person that wrote this was British. So here we go. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or a moving house, which I'm assuming are movers who move your house. I mean, move the stuff in your house. If you're hoping to move forward with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. Self-care is not selfish, it is necessary. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. That's what I have to do. You know, I had my friend and I meet like every couple of weeks, and it's usually epic. I mean, we get together, we meet at 11:30, and half the time we're leaving wherever we're at 8 o'clock. And so we were talking about this yesterday, how our insecurities sometimes just get the better of us. So no matter what category you fall under, you know, whether you need to stop neglecting your family and start paying attention to them, whether you need to focus on yourself or your friends or whatever. I kind of had this talk yesterday with her that when I went through my mental health spiral for the last couple of years, it really kind of affected, I feel maybe it might only be in my mind that it affected a lot of my friendships, because I hadn't really been up to doing a lot of things, but it was really kind of an eye-opener and a wake-up call for me. So, you know, just be kind to yourself, show yourself some compassion, and, you know, start, you know, flipping the switch on these things. You know, start, you know, going back the way you, or start moving forward with the idea that you're going to be okay. Work on your, you know, your insecurities. And again, if your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now, which is definitely something I need to do. And that can bring you your heart's desires. And, when they talk about that, it doesn't just mean a person. Maybe there's something you really, really want out there, but you don't think you deserve it. When we go back to the angel cards, right? Good morning, baby sibling. Oh, thank you. Everybody loves my new glasses. So, but when you go to the angel cards and it says no, right? And take action and, you know, just meditate on things. That could be what it's talking about. You know, instead of going the easy direction, go in the direction that you really want to go in. And again, like I said, remember, when you leap, the net will appear. So you just have to trust that. All right. But again, you and your loved ones are safe. That's the Cancer card. So attune to the moon. Make sure you put your family first. Additional meanings for this card. Let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your children, or for your child or your children. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Sorry, I thought I had a cat in here. Meditation will help you banish your insecurities, and spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. I'm not lying. I really want to dunk myself in the ocean right now. The teaching. The new moon in Cancer can be a super emotional time. The moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her 2 home signs along with Taurus. So whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor. It's especially positive for family members. I just like it when it says you and your family are safe, because like I said, Monday is a new moon on Monday and it's the new moon in Cancer. So the next one, which I thought was really, the reason I said this one was interesting is my mother was an Aquarius, and the card that came up is a full moon in Aquarius. So coupled with the you and your family are safe, and then my mom's sign coming up, it's just kind of like, wow. So this one is, though, show the world your real you. Show the world your real you. I feel like the world is kind of seeing my real me right now. I am so tired that I'm freaking punchy AF. And like I said, this is Oracle Friday, so my metaphysical side really comes out, and I feel like I am battling a huge spiritual battle. I feel like I'm like a ninja, you know, just doing shit and trying to get my vibe back in order. So again, show the world the real you. So full moon in Aquarius. Let's see if we can find this, guys. I think this one is pretty obvious, right? So Are you hiding from the world? Are you not being your true self? When you go out with people, are you expending so much energy to be who they want you to be, or to be who you think they want you to be? See, there's a difference between the two of those, though. If you're being someone that somebody else wants you to be, that is not a good relationship. That is a toxic relationship, because they are trying to mold you and shape you and conform you to what suits their purposes. Now, if you are trying to be someone you think they want you to be, just be yourself, because eventually you're going to get tired. You're not going to want to do this. You're probably going to peter out and run out of energy, and they're going to be like, are you okay? I'm just so over it. I'm tired of life. I don't want this, that, and the other, right? And why? Because you weren't being yourself. You were using all this energy to be somebody else. And that's not what you want. That's not the path you want to take. Sorry, everything's distracting me this morning. So, be yourself. Show the world the real you. All right? Show the world the real you. And one of the reasons I really like this is, it just dawned on me, so maybe my guide is sitting there going, hey, talk about your mom. My mom, you always knew who you were getting. You always knew who you were getting. I mean, there were some times when she treated people way differently than she treated me. It's like, wait a minute. And I don't mean that was bad. Like somebody could come to my mom with a problem. Well, I understand. Let's pray on it. My mom was very Catholic. Let's do this, that, and the other. But I'd come to her, and it's like, because she had expectations for me, right? She had unconditional love, but she had very high expectations, none of which I met. But that was weird. That dreamstone fell again. That dreamstone has not fallen in 3 days. But every time I talk about my mom, it falls down. Oh, holy crap. She's trying to tell me something. So anyways, but you always knew who you were getting with her. I mean, if something pissed her off, you would know. And she didn't care who saw her. All right. Be like, hey, she might change her tone a bit, but you would know. I'll give you a quick story just because I love this story. We were at a baseball game, and these yahoos up above us were taking pages out of the program. Now, when you buy the program, it's that it's the thick magazine paper. I mean, magazine paper is kind of shitty nowadays, right? But back then, there was that hard one, right? Because they're usually, if you're buying it and it's a program, it's a commemorative souvenir. So, the pages are pretty thick. That is the word I was looking for. So anyways, they start making paper airplanes, and they flew well because the stock was heavy. But the problem is they were hitting people, and because the stock is heavy, the edge, because the way they were really good at making these things, these are probably these kids who would throw spitballs in class in high school. They were sharp. And one of them, so my mom said, hey, you guys, please stop throwing the paper airplanes because you're going to hurt somebody. Well, I went to talk to my mom, who was actually sitting next to me. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, blah, blah, blah. They threw another one and hit me right here. If I had turned around, it would have got me in the eye. Now, I'm not saying it would have blinded me because I wasn't that sharp, but it would have hurt. And it hurt here. Believe it or not, it left a pinprick. I had a pinprick blood spot. That's how sharp they were. So, I mean, even I was surprised. All right. But that pissed my mom off. And so my mom was 5'2", my father's 6'1", and my mom turned around and she's all, hey. I mean, she brought out the mommy voice. Hey, what did I just tell you? I told you to stop throwing those effing things. Okay, my mom had her own language. So that's not even what she said. I don't remember what she said, but my mom had her own language when it came to swearing. And so the guy says to my mother, sit down, bitch. Next thing you know, my dad's standing up and it's like this. And so my dad's all, you down here. But my mom was going to go toe to toe with these guys. So, like I said, you always knew who you were going to get. That's just a fun mom story. All right. I know it has nothing to do with Oracle Friday, but I had to share it because that's one of my favorite stories. Of course, I jumped the rail to go fight with them too. I mean, not fight. It was just yammering. Okay. There was no fun or punches being thrown or anything. Needless to say, because the longer story is the ushers tried to get involved. They wouldn't stop. They were drunk. They were being stupid. They were being obnoxious, and they were being rude. And eventually they got kicked out. So, yeah. Anyways, the funnier thing is one of my dad's younger brothers, not the youngest, but the second to the youngest, was actually there too, and he's like 6'3". So you had all these tall people out there. And so anyways, attune to the moon. I apologize, guys. Attune to the moon. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. So be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Do not let people take advantage of you. All right? Do not let people's toxic behavior affect your life. If you feel like you can help them, help them. But if they refuse to change, you have to decide, do I want to keep working on this? Is it worth it for me? Or do I want to move forward? So a lot of times we stay in things that just because they're comfortable, because, this, that, or the other. But, and I'm not saying to leave. I'm not telling anyone to leave. What I'm saying is that sometimes you have to bottom line it with them, or you have to not fight back with them. All right. Sometimes you just have to let them wear themselves out and say, all right. And yeah, it might feel like you're being yelled at, but don't cave. Okay. Don't sit there and, just be like, oh, okay, are they going to be done yet? Are they going to be done yet? No, you just sit there, wait. All right. So what's your issue? Now that you've kind of worn yourself out and you're flipping back around to the beginning where this conversation started and you're repeating yourself, let's talk like human beings, because sometimes that's what people need to do. They need to let off the steam and they need to wear themselves out. All right. I saw this firsthand when somebody I know it was not with me, but I somehow, by the grace of the higher powers, right? By the grace of God, the higher powers, the spiritual table, I was able to diffuse this situation. It was one of my friends. She was losing her ever loving mind. And I just let her wear herself out. It was the first time I ever did that. And I was like, wow. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was impressed with myself because I was like, usually I fight back. But I guess it's a sign of maturity. That's right. Shelley Marie's growing up. So additional meanings for this card. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. Get out of your head. Get into your heart. A friend needs you. Be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. Ooh. Okay, so I'm not feeling for the worst. I'm feeling for the better. Okay, so, when they say it's going to take an unexpected turn. Now, sometimes it may go sideways, but it might go sideways to get you to the point where it's going to smooth out and be exactly how it should be. So the teaching, every full moon is a time to release and let go, but the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. Aquarius is the opposite of clingy, and pulling this card at any time suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones who need to let go. Perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected. So again, this doesn't mean that this is going to be the end of anything. What it means is that maybe you have to change the way you approach things. I talked about how Sissy and I would sometimes go, our rows would be epic, right? But we had more good times than bad times. But the problem is, I told my therapist, I said 99% of the time I did not start the fight, but I also didn't end it. And that makes me just as guilty. And I'm not exaggerating that. Some people have triggers and they take it out on the one person they know will fight back with them. That's why we have to figure out how to be the stronger person and not fight back. And if they say, what, you're not going to fight me? It's like, why? We're just going to go in circles, right? You have to fight them with every fiber of your being and patience. Okay, I'm not a person who has a lot of patience, and I'm working on that very, very hard. But I'm learning that when you have that patience, holy cow, it makes a difference. It really does. You can diffuse a situation by not cowering and not disappearing within yourself, but sitting there as patient as you can while you let them burn themselves out, and then say, all right, now that you got all that out of the way, do you want to talk? What can I do to help you? Sibling would sometimes do that. She'd bottom line things. So she's like, all right, let's get to the bottom line of this. Or she's like, let's bottom line this. What's going on? Why are you feeling this way? I know it's not me. I didn't do anything. So where's this coming from? And sometimes when you do that, you're really kind of hitting them upside the head with the think stick, right? Because now you're making them have to face whatever it is they're running from and make them turn around and punch it in the face. So, full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Conclusions are within reach. So a full moon eclipse. Ooh, hey, I got there pretty fast too. This has been a good day. These cards just keep coming out or keep opening up to the right page. So whatever it is you're waiting for, whatever it is you're hoping will end, whatever it is, I mean, maybe you are going through your own spiritual battle, which means conclusions are within reach. Keep moving forward, right? Ho'omau. What did I say? I haven't said that in a long time, but it's tattooed right onto me. Ho'omau. Keep moving forward. Perseverance. Don't quit. Don't give up. Never give up. Because even if, there's a curve in the road, if you slow down enough, you're not going to flip your car, right? You are going to make it through. And that's sometimes what we need to do. We need to take a beat, take a step back, and realize, hey, I'm going too fast. I'm going at the speed of light, and I'm missing everything because I'm trying to take care of everything. So just, your conclusions are within reach. Be patient, have faith that whatever it is that might be troubling you, might be giving you the fits, whatever you might be fighting about with somebody, whatever, that it's going to have a conclusion. And like I said, I feel like this is going to be a good conclusion for the greater and highest good of all. All right, so just do your best to be patient and hang in there. So full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. Boom. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is to reach a peak or has just done so, and the things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be a key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. So if somebody hurt you in your past, right? And I feel like that's what all these cards are talking about when it says let go, let go, let go. Maybe you're holding on to anger for someone. Maybe you're holding on to negativity for someone. Maybe you're holding on to the pain that someone might have caused you. I think the key to this, if you don't want the negative energy to hang around, you have got to figure out how to flip these issues around and find positive reasons. Maybe they did this for you. Maybe they did that for you. Maybe you're just mad because, whatever happened and whatever they did to you upended your life, and you ended up having to take care of and take care of everything around you. You became like the person that everybody depended on. So it can be a lot of different things, but the conclusions are within reach when you choose to have a better mindset about things. And again, that doesn't mean it's easy. It says it right here. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases you so you can move on. So attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. There you go. So no matter what's happening, if it is meant for you, it will work out. Patience, faith, and believing. Okay, patience. I know I'm saying that because I think I'm talking to myself. Like seriously, all the fingers are pointing at me except my thumb. Because, even baby sibling is like, I've been trying to teach you to have patience. And I'm like, she's like, I've been doing this for years. And I'm like, I know, years. And I'm like, I know. So is older sibling. And we were actually talking about my glasses. According to the website, my glasses are still being prepared. So I think that was a test for me that I failed horribly. But the interesting thing was, yesterday afternoon, I thought, all right, I am not going to worry about it anymore. My glasses will get here when they get here. I gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful they'll be here by Monday. Then I got an email notification that said, hey, these are in your mailbox. It's like, whoa, okay, I guess patience does work. So, I mean, not that it just made them poof into my mailbox. But what I mean is I stopped worrying about it. And turns out they were on their way the whole time. So, again, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. And that's a little thing. If you're waiting for a relationship, if you're waiting for a friendship, if you're waiting for, whatever it is you're waiting for, if it is meant for you, it will not pass you by. You just, again, faith, trust, believing, and patience. I know, I keep adding things, right? So faith, trust, believing, and patience. Additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut doors which slam shut now will not reopen. So if you're, like I said, I feel like I'm in a spiritual battle right now. I know it's Oracle Friday, no holds barred. But I feel like I'm in a spiritual battle right now, so I feel like this will be a very big conclusion. I feel like, you know, whatever it is, it's going to free my soul and a lot of souls around me. And that's exciting, because it feels like, you know, you've been pushed down all this time, right? And now you're going to have this weird freedom that you have absolutely no idea what to do with. When you get to a point where you might be at the end of your healing journey, which is exactly what it is, and I know it's validation because I'm going to get to you in the teaching, and one of my favorite people is in this teaching. But when you get to the end of something, sometimes you can be absolutely terrified, petrified of moving forward. Just move forward. Just, you know, try to accept the unknown. And again, faith, believing, trust, and patience. The big four. So, forgiveness will set you free of karma. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. It's time for you to get back on track. Now remember, forgiveness will set you free of karma. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases you so you can move on. So that goes with the last line of, you know, the body meat part of the reading. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all, did I say that right? Are all recommended now. So I don't know what yoga nidra or nidra are, or I think pranayama is a lot of mindfulness, but also that prana, which is like that energy, right? So energy work, and of course meditation. Seed control and let events unfold. So there you go. Like I said, if you reach the end of something, you know, seed control, let go of control, and let events unfold. Just let it happen. The teaching, full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. I thought I was the only one that used that term. So yeah, full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. I know someone's like, what rock have you been living under? Anyways, a full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. That's one of my favorite people. I really kind of attribute the last phases of my healing journey to his work with shadow work, because holy crap, it opened my mind to a lot of different things, and the fact that I had to look within to find out what was broken, because you spend all this time, well, this did that to me, this happened to me, and yeah, bad things happened to me, but I was in charge of my healing. I was responsible for how I move forward in this world. And it's not always easy for other people, but I'm very lucky. I'm very, very fortunate. Trust me. I see a lot of people who go through things I went through, and they are in a whole different ballpark than me, because I'm fortunate enough, very, very fortunate enough to have a very wonderful support group. You know, I have a dad who doesn't really understand mental health, but he tries. I have older sibling and baby sibling. One's my cousin, one's my best friend. But, you know, I adopted them as my siblings, and they have helped me through. I have a friend who was on here earlier. I'm not sure if anyone's on, because I can't see any eyeballs. But, who has listened and who's really kind of been patient with me and understood me. And I feel like she's one of the people that my relationships hasn't been affected because of my depression. You know, she's like, hey, Shell, I'm up in the area. You want to hang out? Not really feeling it. Say, okay, well, I'll try again later. You know, but she's, you know, and there's a lot of other people in my life, but these are kind of the big four for me. You know, so it's really, really helpful. And like I said, with the Carl Jung thing, the shadow work, it's scary as hell, because you are literally looking within, and not all of us want to see the darkness that's inside of us. Not all of us want to acknowledge the darkness that's inside of us. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to run out and, you know, summon Satan. No, that's not what it's about. What the darkness they're talking about inside of you is all this pain, all this crap, all this conditioning, all this muck that just brings you down. Okay? It's not about summoning something. The darkness it's your light, right? Yin and yang. It's your balance. And if you are constantly trying to pretend that everything is okay because you're afraid to face this, then you are probably going to be pretending for the rest of your life. You got to run at the fear, not away from it. And that's what I had to do. When I started reading about shadow work, I ran at the fear, because I finally had the courage to face whatever it was that was inside of me that was broken and dark. So, and causing, you know, all the negative energy and whatnot in me. So, you know, It's scary, it's spooky, it's hard, but if you feel like you're vulnerable, please, 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 seek professional help or have a very strong support group to get you through those moments, because I tell you, I went into the depths, and if I hadn't have been through most of my journey at that point, I probably would have ended up in therapy a lot sooner than I did. Or back in therapy a lot sooner than I did. There we go. I was like, are any cards going to come? Oh my God. You're going to love one of the ones that just came out. I hope Baby Sibling's still on, because I'm going to die laughing. Seriously, because I'm not punchy enough, right? First card, Patience. And not only did this one pop up, the other two popped up like this. This one was just like, Marie, do you see me? I'm going to taunt you. I'm waiting for it to grow legs, a head, and arms, and go, nah, 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 nah. Dumbass. I told you, I am punchy. I got about 3.5 hours of sleep last night, which isn't bad, except for the fact that I haven't slept like all week. So, or napped. So, anyways. Patience. I have to tell you, for as many times as I've seen this card, I don't get the bunnies. I mean, are bunnies like a symbol of patience? Or, I don't know, or they're all alone, or are they just taunting my love life by saying, you're by yourself. But, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be self-deprecating. It's just, when I get punchy, I just think I'm funny. And I say stupid things. So, but yeah, I honestly don't get the bunnies, but I also don't need to talk anymore about patience, because this is the one thing that has really kind of been the whole subject, right, of this whole perspective. Patience has come up from every box that we've had. It came up with, the angel answers. It came up in the Moonology. Now it's coming up in the New Orleans deck. So let's read about patience. The funny thing is, the patience card is my favorite number, which is 13. And, for no other reason than it used to scare me, so I embraced it. But, yeah, and then it became my favorite number when I turned 13. So sometimes you gotta, to take something, like I said, sometimes you have to run at the fear. Actually, you should run at the fear instead of away from it. So, let's see. A tree needs time to grow after it is planted, and the same can be said for even our best laid plans. By simply doing what is in your power and then having some faith and letting go, there that is again, you will see the fruits of your labor come to pass one at a time. This card has shown up in your reading because you were eager for results and your patience has worn thin, waiting for them. Take stock of all your actions. It may be that you've already done all that was within your power, and now it is time to let nature take its course. Sometimes you just have to let nature take its course. You have to be patient. And, don't try not to complain about stuff too much. If you complain about something like, I do not wish to manifest this into reality. Because, we need to vent sometimes, right? But when we're venting, we might also be putting out the wrong energy. So, maybe beforehand say, look, this is not a request. This is not something I'm trying to manifest. I just need to vent. And then try to flip your energy around and come up with some positive stuff. Maybe not about that situation that's irritating you, but about, just the world around you. I'm so happy and grateful I have a house. I'm so happy and grateful I have electricity or cable or air conditioning. Oh, especially right now. The United States is under a heat dome, and California and Arizona are getting the brunt of it. So, I know. It's so warm. It's not even warm. It's just hot. Effing hot. So patience. All right. I'm going to have patience that it's going to get cooler, and I just have to wait this out. So the next one, take a step back. Step back. Yeah, don't step back from the ledge. That's kind of that's an interesting choice for this card. I mean, she's standing on the edge, and depending on where your mental processes are, that may not be a good thing. So either way, step back. I'm telling you, I'm giving you permission to step back. Sometimes we go. And because we're going and going and going, we forget to stop and, smell the roses. Sometimes we need to take a step back and see that, look, maybe this isn't going the way I planned, but hey, this is still going. And we have to have that patience, and we have to look around and go, okay, I've got this. I can do this. I know that I am fully capable of making whatever it is I want to happen. I just have to have patience with it, and everything will be okay. It'll work out for the greater and highest good. Even if it doesn't feel like it's okay for you, you know, I had a client the other day, and I don't think they were particularly happy with my services because what they weren't understanding is I had to work on them, but they were so blocked. I mean, I could feel it. It was like I usually spend about a day and a half. I mean, not consecutive, not all together, but, you know, and it was just like her walls and everything were so blocked up. And it's like, well, I've done this, I've tried this, I figured if I came to you, it'd work. It's like, people have free will. You cannot push someone's free will. All right. So, and it's not her fault. There's just a lot that needs to be healed. So anyway, step back. Oftentimes we can get so caught up in the details of what's going on in our lives that we can no longer see things clearly. Just as taking a step back from a picture to see it more clearly can be helpful, it is now necessary to step back from your current situation in order to see what's going on more clearly. By allowing yourself to look at the situation from the outside in, you will be able to take in more of the bigger picture in order to come up with a solution that is not only more solid and in flow, but also more empowering. So again, the cards are all kind of vibing together, right? You know, be yourself, be patient, go with the flow. Again, have faith, trust, believing, and patience, you know, all these things. And you really have to do this. And if you don't step back and you don't take that chance to, or that moment to step back, you're going to go over the proverbial edge. And you're just going to be in a free fall until you figure out what to grab onto and find your footing again. And trust me when I say this, free falls are not fun. Maybe if you're an adrenaline junkie, yeah, but in mentally or in our everyday lives, spiraling out of control is not fun. And I do not recommend it. I highly do not recommend it. But we all have this opportunity for the most part to find our footing before we take that step. So stop. Give yourself some time. Even if you know, maybe you're busy, do it in the shower. You can meditate in the shower. You can, you know, well, be careful because you don't want to fall asleep. But I mean, imagine the water washing all the crap off of you. You know, just cleansing you. Go out into the sunshine, right? It's burning it away. Wear your sunscreen. And today, because it's so hot, hydrate. All right, so Lanyap. So I have to read this one because the only thing I remember about this card is how to say it, or Lanyap, but I say Lanyap. A gift, right? Pearls of wisdom. These are your pearls of wisdom. So a pearl is not created overnight, and interestingly enough, you know, it's created from the juices of the oyster. And wait, they come from oysters, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I swear I just heard sibling from downstairs going, yeah. But I'm not sure. So maybe it was somebody else. Yeah, which would be kind of interesting because we're the only two in the house. But anyways, a pearl is a gift. A pearl of wisdom is a gift. And, you know, I may not be giving you the most smooth wisdom today, but the wisdom of these cards is really speaking. The delivery, not so much. It's a little bumpy, but the messages themselves are really, really kind of, they should be speaking to us now. I mean, patience seems to be our Sesame Street word of the day because the idea of it keeps coming up. And that's a gift. You know, good intentions always pay off in one way or another. You've pulled this card because, although things in your life may not have panned out exactly as you anticipated, your karmic reward will be quite pleasant and may surprise you. Sometimes the best gifts are the unexpected ones. If you continue to live your life led by positive and loving thoughts and actions, the peaceful and pleasant results may surprise you. So again, you got to flip your vibe. That doesn't mean you have to be happy every moment. You know, you don't want toxic positivity either. I mean, that's just ridiculous and pointless. But you also don't want to run around hating everybody every day because that ain't going to get you nowhere either. You know, It just causes more anger. It causes more negative energy. It doesn't end well. All right. It does not end well. And you don't want to be that person, right? You don't want to walk around going, "Oh, fuck you, I hate the world." No, you want to be that person that just says, you know what, this person, maybe you had an issue. Maybe it was a person, a situation, an event, and you're struggling to let it go or be positive about it. It's like, you know what, just find a way or just let it go. You may need the time to process it. You may need to take the time to heal from it, but you cannot process and heal from it until you start to let the anger go. And then, the anger still might come up, right? The anger still might come up. But the difference is you're going to be able to combat it a little bit better before, because you're not going to fight fire with fire. You're going to fight fire with patience and understanding and compassion for the situation, because that is for your greater and highest good. So like I said, I'm not saying don't be mad. You can be mad. Just don't stay mad. Don't sit there and fester in it to the point where you grow an entire garden of anger. Okay? Or, there's animosity, or maybe you're driving down past your favorite McDonald's where somebody ruined it for you, right? And I'm sorry, I'm just coming up with things because I don't want to be super specific at anyone, because I don't have anyone to be super specific at. But say you're just, you have a big blowout with somebody and it was in the parking lot of your favorite place and you're like, "Oh, I fucking hate that place now." That's what I'm talking about. You got to find a way to, flip the switch, take a step back and go, okay, what are some of the good things that happened out of this moment? Maybe you had a great day at this place and everybody was tired and got into a big blowout at the end of the day. So just revisit this place, but without that anger, and like I said, this is situational. This could be personal, situational. It could be a relationship. It could be a lot of things, but the way we move past it, the way we get through it, is by finding a way to let go of that anger so we're not constantly feeding negativity into it. So, gold-crested dragon brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light, you are protected, expand your heart, and remain fifth dimensional. So, golden-crested dragon. You know what cracks me up? Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm getting on my soapbox for a second. What cracks me up are all these people who, who sit there and go, "You're doing the devil's work, you're doing this, you're doing that," and yet here's Jesus Christ right in the card, right? Your Christ light. It's like I try to convince some people, hey, it's not that bad. And I'm not talking about anyone specific except for one friend who decided to give me an entire religious lecture on Facebook in the comments of one of my posts. It's like, seriously? Because that still sticks with me to today. So, I mean, you are more than welcome. I respect anyone's beliefs. I respect everybody's path and whatever they choose. But I think it's hard for me sometimes because I grew up thinking this stuff was bad. I mean, older sibling and I were watching something the other day. We've been watching this FBI show. And there were those sniper guys. Remember those sniper guys at the beginning in Washington, D.C.? And they would leave little tarot cards. And it would piss me off because it's like you were literally, perpetuating a myth. And I'm not even sure if I used that word right. But it's like the death card isn't normally about dying. I mean, it might say something about it, but 99.9% of the time, it is about change. It's the ending of one thing so the new beginnings can happen. It's the end of your healing journey. It's the death of your healing journey and the rebirth of your new journey. The devil card. It's not about Satan. No. I mean, if you're specifically asking if something bad is happening around you, that card might come up. But it's about the way we see ourselves, the way we demonize ourselves. The way we look at ourselves in the mirror and be totally horrible to ourselves. It's about self-identity. Believe it or not, the Capricorn's tarot card is that one, because we are gifted at being self-deprecating. It is our superpower. I know, you're like, shut up and just get on with the reading. It's like you have a lot to talk about still and you're not even halfway done. Oh, hey, Thor has a dragon. How about that? Alright, here we go. Golden Crested Dragon. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Fifth dimensional is huge, right? I think we live in like the third dimension right now. Some people are a little 2D, but I think the majority of us live in the 3D world, and then there's the fourth dimension, which is, you know, when you have your spiritual awakenings and you elevate, and up to the fifth dimensional, where it's like, you know, you might get irritated sometimes, but you kind of recover quickly and you realize, all right, look, I had my vent, has pissed me off, what am I going to do about it? And we're going to have emotions, right? We're human. We're always going to have emotions. I don't care if you are on the 10th D level. I don't even know if there is a 10D. But if you're past the 50, right? I mean, that might be death. So don't go there. But, you know, I don't care if you're living a 5D life. You're going to have moments where you're going to lose your ever-loving shit. Because we're human. But it's the recovery time. It's how quick we remove ourselves from that negative situation and refocus and go, okay, what do I need to do to make this better? What do I need to do to get this right? You know, and I feel like older sibling has lived on a 5D level and doesn't realize it. So she needs to catch up with herself. Let's see. The guidance for this card is, you are blessed to receive this card, for the luminous golden crested dragons will automatically flood you with the purest Christ light. They will remind you that your heart is incredibly powerful and will pour pure love into the center of it in order to open it further. Be ready to accept this love and then to spread it to others. These dragons also come to remind you that you have a special connection to the golden era of Atlantis. Oh, I love the myth of Atlantis. I kind of think they're starting to find proof that it may have existed. So, you know. Anyways, this may have been in incarnation or in your spirit body. It is time to remember who you truly are. So ask the golden crested dragons to help you to bring back your gifts and talents in your dream state. My reading, I'm sorry guys. What the golden crested dragons give to you, you can pass on to others. So radiate the golden energy of the Christ to those with whom you are in contact today. You know what's interesting about this card is we had this earlier, right? With the Aquarian, which is funny because, like I said, my mom was a huge Catholic, and it's about being yourself, being that authentic you know, just going back to who you are. So again, where it says, what the golden dragons give to you, you can pass on to others. And, it is time to remember who you truly are. It's time to remember who you truly are. So the thing is, if you feel like you're being poked, or you feel like you were in your own spiritual battle, remember that the negative energies out there, no matter what your beliefs are, there's always going to be some negative energy out there just trying to tear us down and make us go down different paths. Whatever the negative energy is that's poking at you, remember that it's just trying to bring you down. That's its purpose. That's its goal. That's the only thing that it believes in, is trying to have the upper hand. But you're fighting for something. You're fighting for you. You're fighting for your family. You're fighting for, you know, being in love. You're fighting for a beautiful life. You have something stronger than what most of the bad things don't have. You have purpose. You have, you know, things around you that you love and want to protect. And that gives you, in my opinion, the upper hand. Because they're, like I said, they're just there to try to bring you down. You're there protecting your vibe, your energy, and your family, and your people, your friends, your family, your whatever, your future, whatever your future may be. And that gives us something to fight for, and gives us something to really kind of hold on that's tangible. So water dragon, ooh, you know what? I am like a water baby. I am totally a water baby. So water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. Now, the reason the dragons are on here, but they're probably talking about Christ light and stuff, people really believe, or people do believe, that on the fifth level, the fifth dimension, right? Like the band, the fifth dimension, right? The age of Aquarius, that dragons exist on that level. Maybe not like Game of Thrones dragons, okay? Because these are not Game of Thrones dragons. These dragons are not bending to someone's will to be destructive. These dragons are saying, hey, let me help you. Think of it as more like, I don't know. Something where somebody jumps on, like How to Train Your Dragon, okay? Something where the dragons are just helpful and not destructive or bending to the will of maniacal people. So I can't say anything. I love those shows, but and I have to tell you, when the dragons first appeared, it's like, oh my god, because I love dragons. I am a little, I know, Let's see. Gosh, guys, I'm sorry. You know, to anyone who's still hanging around right now, if you are, even if you're watching this later, thank you, because I know this has not been the easiest Aloha Perspective. It's been a rough morning, right? I mean, this has not been the best oracle we've done. I mean, I'm all over the place. I mean, this is literally like random ramblings. So, you know, we have 2 more cards and then we'll close this up. The message the elemental water dragons are bringing you is to flow around your challenges with loving intent. If you ask them, they will help you look for an easy way to circumnavigate your challenges and to deal with people lovingly. To enable this to happen, they will help you to develop your intuition and psychic abilities by touching your third eye and allowing the petals of the psychic center to open. When you listen to your inner wisdom and trust that the water dragons will guide you, the course of your life will run more smoothly. Ask them to cleanse the cells of your body, for this will enable you to shine your light even more brightly. Then your guidance is to relax, so that they can access your energy fields and pour the golden Christ light of pure unconditional love into them. Consciously absorb the golden Christ light, or, you know, your higher power, and flow with it. This will bring you love, wisdom, and healing and enable you to travel effortlessly on your ascension path. It will also allow you to direct and help others with calm and integrity. I really like that. That's a good card. So water, right? Flow. Water just flows. Water just flows. It just goes with the flow. It might become scary stuff. It might become whatever, but water just flows. So the last one, Black Dragon. The Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, and undergo a metamorphosis. Jesus, what is happening today? So meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. I think this is the perfect card to end on, especially all the cards we've had today have been leading up to this. Let go, reflect, let that stuff go, and then bloom, blossom. And that doesn't mean you're becoming someone new. You're probably uncovering this person who is buried under, you know, the conditionings of the world, of, you know, upbringing or whatever. And just say, hey, this is my life. I'm in control. I got this. And I am going to be my authentic self. You know, let the world see the real you, right? That was in the Moonology deck. Let the world, show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. So, let's see. Black Dragon. I want to save the Water Dragon one because I'm going to use that for my card of the day. So the Black Dragon. Choosing this card suggests it is time to rest, for it is during such moments of relaxation that divine projects, creative ideas, or a new way of thinking are conceived. In times of peace and stillness, fresh seeds and ideas can grow. Sometimes when I can't sleep because my mind is racing like 1,000 miles a minute, like it does every single day, I will sit there and I will say to myself, you will find the answers in the silence. And for some reason, it's like this big shield goes up and all my thoughts are just on the other side, go boom, 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 boom. You can, you know, bang it on this thing that's blocking. And then, believe it or not, I fall asleep. It just takes me a while to remember to say that. So that's part of the problem. But honestly, you know, there are answers in that silence. And when we find that rest, when we take that time to rest, when we take that time to step back and just take a deep breath, we find these things. So the mighty black dragons wish to create a dark cocoon for you now so that you can... Sorry, let me try this again. The mighty black dragons wish to create a dark cocoon for you now so that the new can germinate and sprout. You are asked to accept their assistance, for it will serve your spiritual growth. Take time to meditate or reflect, and the dragons will surround you with their breath. This will allow the opportunity that is being presented to you to take root. When you are ready, the black dragons will help you to nurture the new growth. Ask them to help you hold your vision until it comes to glorious fruition. They will also be working with you in your sleep state, and you may be aware of their presence, so acknowledge their help. Expect to be different and be ready to spread your wings. So let go. Let go, have patience, have faith, have trust, have a believing. Remember, leap and the net will appear. Leap, you have to trust that when you leap, the net will appear. And that's the hardest part, is the T word, trust. But that's exactly what we have to do. And when we learn how to trust, we learn how to believe. When we learn how to believe, we learn to have faith. And when we learn to have faith, we learn that sometimes patience is absolutely necessary for us to get from point A to point B. Patience is that rest stop in the middle, right? Saying, okay, I know I'm on the right path. I just got to keep moving forward and get to where I need to go. All right. So, again, guys, thank you so much for hanging in there. I know this was not the easiest perspective we've ever had. This was a bit, oh my God, it was all over the board. But thank you for hanging in there. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see everybody back here on Monday. For Monday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. See, I can't even get that right. It's one of those days. I will see everybody back here Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's California time. Facebook Live. All lives are public under Shelley Marie Lucas. Monday will be day 5 of Body Positivity. And I'm looking forward to that. So, I'm really loving the Body Positivity series. It's 30 non-consecutive days of, just going through all these things that we can do to love ourselves. It doesn't matter what society thinks we should look like, or what we think we should look like, thick or curvy or thin. Body positivity does not care. It will hit anybody, or I should say the body negativity will hit anybody. And now we need to learn how to flip that switch. See, I talk about body positivity so much, sometimes I think it's toxic from my end, because it's like we forget that negativity is where we're actually at. And we want to flip it to being positive. So that'll be day number 5 on Monday. So again, have a great, great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. Have a safe, safe weekend. And I will see everybody on Monday. Have a great day.